Ever catch yourself reciting spiritual platitudes while secretly swallowing a lump of grief? Well, here's the twist. Denying your anger or sadness isn't truth. It's another cage. I learned the hard way that when the path of truth shames our humanity, we've lost the plot. And today, I'll show you how to reclaim your whole self. When my awakening began, I thought being spiritual meant erasing anything messy. I judged myself for crying, for jealousy, for anger at people I loved. I'd read Eckhart Tolle on surrender and laugh with Alan Watts about the cosmic joke. Yet inside my body, I felt a knot of shame every time a shadow surfaced. Friends told me to choose a higher vibration, and I started believing my humanity was a problem to fix. Maybe you felt it too. That tension between an inner voice that knows something is awakening and an outer culture telling you to rise above. That conflict isn't trivial. It's the heart of a deeper healing. Here's the truth. There's nothing wrong with having emotions. In fact, suppressing them can worsen trauma. That's what we're going to untangle together. So let's name it. Toxic positivity is the insistence on being positive no matter what. Spiritual bypassing is using spiritual language to dodge unresolved wounds. Neither is evil. Both are coping strategies. I once used affirmations to override panic. I am peace, I whispered, while my body screamed. It worked for a day. Then the panic came back louder. Why? Because denying difficult emotions prevents authentic processing and reinforces suffering. Recognizing anger or grief doesn't manifest more negativity. It lets the body release stored stress. Naming the pattern is the first step in breaking it. I remember telling a mentor I was angry at my parents for undermining my confidence. They smiled and said, "That's just your ego. You need to let it go." The words landed like a brick. I felt wrong for being hurt. Months later, I realized that advice was their defense. After years of chronic invalidation, my nervous system was wired to equate approval with safety. I had become addicted to being good enough, even in spiritual spaces. But self-worth isn't earned through perfection. Trauma teaches love is conditional, so we end up recreating family dynamics inside spiritual practice, chasing approval and fearing exile. But the real path isn't about perfecting yourself. It's about removing the layers that hide who you've always been. The dark night isn't punishment. It's an invitation to feel what was once forbidden. Non-duality points to a reality beyond judgment, a field where anger and peace arise from the same source. David Hawkins mapped how shame and guilt contract energy while love and courage expand it. Yet the lower states aren't wrong. They're part of the spectrum. Alan Watts compared life to music. The lows give meaning to the highs. When we shame our humanity, we freeze the melody. Paradoxically, embracing messy emotions helps them pass faster. It's like finally exhaling after years of holding your breath. Teachers like Pete Walker and John Bradshaw echo this. Our inner child doesn't need lectures. It needs presence. When we witness tears without fixing them, the critic softens. Sensations move through. That's the difference between coping and healing. Integration, not suppression. If you want to ground this, here's a practice you can do. Find a quiet place, sit or lie down. Place one hand on your chest, one on your belly. Close your eyes and take a slow breath. Ask softly, what feeling have I been shaming today? Don't rush for words, just notice sensations. Tight throat, hot cheeks, empty stomach. Now imagine giving that sensation a chair. Sit across from it in your mind and say, I'm here. I'm listening. You're allowed to be. Stay with it for 3 breaths, and if judgment arises, let it float past like a cloud. This simple practice teaches your nervous system to tolerate emotions without collapsing into them. It's a skill I expand on in the sovereignty sequence, but you can start right here. If this resonates, remember you don't need to perform positivity to be on a spiritual path. Your humanity isn't a flaw, it's the doorway. Trying to skip over it just keeps you stuck longer. I've created a trauma-informed map through the dark night of the soul that explores all 6 phases of awakening and how to honor each one without bypassing. If you're curious, you can check out the free masterclass which walks you through the map, or check out the course itself at the link below. I'm offering it for free until I have 100 testimonials before I charge for it. Take what serves you and leave the rest. You're not behind. You're right on time. And as always, may the shadow wane and the stardust remain.